All right. There we go. All right, this is case number 19-12228 FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Guillermo Trevino. Mr. Trevino, you're here for arraignment on a 2-count probation violation, and you are represented by Ms. Longoria, your arraignment attorney. And Ms. Longoria, have you had an opportunity to discuss the request and warrant for probation violation with Mr. Trevino?
Yes, Your Honor, Diane Longoria appearing on behalf of Guillermo Trevino for today's purposes only for his arraignment. I've gone over his rights and discussed the probation violation with him. We will waive a formal reading of the probation violation if it pleases the court. He also indicated that he would like to request a court-appointed attorney, and I do have his income information and assets and obligations on a form here that I filled out based on the information that he gave me.
All right, Mr. Trevino, the allegations are that you were placed on probation to this court with a felony offense of possession of methamphetamine. That is a felony which carries up to 10 years in prison and or $15,000 fine plus cost. Do you understand that that's a charge that you were placed under probation for?
Yes.
All right, and the allegation here is that on or about December 24th, 2020, that you violated condition of your probation number 1 and number 4.18 in that you assaulted Candy Smith. Do you understand the allegations raised against you?
Yes.
All right. And Ms. Longoria, you want to enter a not guilty plea for Mr. Trevino, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Trevino, I have here a probation violation arraignment advice of rights form dated today with your signature on it. Did you read that document?
Yes.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes.
And you also discussed those rights with Ms. Longoria, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. One of the most important rights that you have is the right to be represented by an attorney. And if you could not afford an attorney, the court would appoint an attorney to represent you at public expense. And your attorney is indicating that you're requesting a court-appointed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have you been working, sir?
Yes.
Where have you been working?
MD Tree Service.
How long have you been working there?
Approximately about 6 months since I got out in June 22nd.
Okay. And how much do they pay you an hour?
$12 an hour.
And how many hours a week are you getting?
30 at minimum, 40 most.
All right. The court will appoint an attorney to represent you in this case. The court's going to appoint Christine Frisbee. All right. The next thing that we need to do is discuss bond. And Ms. Longoria, is there anything that you want the court to consider in setting bond in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. Since Mr. Trevino got out, he has been working as he indicated to the court. He also was asked to report by his probation officer to the jail. This just occurred on the 24th when his probation officer told him to report. He did report yesterday or last night to the jail to take care of this matter. The alleged incident, they did in Muskegon County give him a personal recognizance bond and just told him that he will get notice from the court of how they're going to be proceeding forward on that case. So we would ask for him to be given a personal recognizance bond and believe that a no contact order with Ms. Smith would be sufficient.
All right. Did I understand you that he is facing criminal charges for this out of Muskegon County? Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. He was arrested that and bonded out that same day.
All right. Given that the allegations here also gave rise to criminal charges, have you discussed with Mr. Trevino his right to have a contested hearing within 14 days, or his right to waive that time frame?
I did, Your Honor, and I did indicate with criminal charges pending that a lot of times it's best to wait that 14 days.
And his decision was what?
There wasn't a decision made. I think part of that was going to depend on bond, and then if he's unable to be released on bond, then I think his attorney going forward would discuss that with him.
All right, Mr. Trevino, I don't want to hear anything about this alleged assault, but is there anything that you want the court to consider in setting a bond?
Yes, January 19th, I've already paid for my substance abuse treatment or assessment class through the Services of Hope. My PO already knows about it also, Ms. Hausler, and I had to pay out of pocket for that, so I really don't want to miss that. I do have work scheduled still. My boss was the one who brought me in last night when I turned myself in. I guess that's, he's still counting on me to work, but I guess that would be all I need.
All right. And Mr. Stay, anything that you want the court to consider in setting a bond?
Your Honor, the defendant comes before the court with two prior felonies now, and 6 prior misdemeanors. They don't appear to be assaultive, but mostly driving and or drug related. He's on probation for a 10-year felony, and he's accused of some assaultive behavior. I would ask that the court continue the bond at $15,000 cash or surety.
All right, the court is going to set bond at $7,500 cash or surety, and we'll set this case for a probation violation hearing on January 5th at 11:30 in the morning. And Mr. Trevino will contact Ms. Frisbee and let her know that she's been appointed to this case. If you're able to post that bond, you need to contact her as well so she can make arrangements to prepare for that hearing with you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, that's all for today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
It's as easy as that.